And there it was. I got a full breath of literal death breath in my face.
I pull off the line like a snail. Like a snail.
This is such a confetti volley. I think that's why none of her relationships lasted.
Oh, I've not heard
She just
that
needs
one.
to be topped up with food.
That's the first time I've heard that, actually.
Be warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, and general explicit content. But you know you love it. Hello, La.
Good morning. Hi,
morning.
everybody. It's
Welcome.
Thursday. It is LuAnna, totally extra. I am Anna. That is Lou. We are LuAnna. We have obviously producer Imo here. How are you, Imsy?
Yeah, very well.
Good. Analytical Al is in the corner telling me that the flies
Anna
are open.
has left her flies undone.
There you go. Would you like to say good morning?
Successfully defecated my toilet and
It was just a wee,
now
actually.
whiffing us with her nun smell.
It's clean, actually. I've actually showered and everything.
Hoff, waff.
With my nails yard
Are
this
you
morning.
enjoying having showers now that you're in the rental, or do you miss a bath?
I have a bath too there.
No, but what do you have? Now you've got the choice.
I do a
between
morning shower
and an
evening bath.
I hate baths.
Oh, I
just
love
don't
a
like
bath.
them. Anyway, let's see what Holly's saying.
Yeah, let's do it. Hi, LuAnna. Long time listener, but first time emailing in. Just finished Monday's. Welcome. Just finished Monday's ep about billing your other half for
Oh,
chores.
yes, this is a good one.
Imo is on this with her wife, Imo. I have been with my partner for 5 years and living together for 3. He has a habit of having a wardrobe. Yes.
A floor drobe.
Yes, it's a wardrobe. This is why I do my scoop and chuck. Scoop and chuck. Which drives me absolutely insane as I'm a bit of a neat freak. But recently I have started to say that I will put it all away for £5 each
She's
time.
undercharging him.
Yeah, she is. And he accepts every time.
Brilliant.
This goes towards my monthly book spendage, which keeps me happy and him happy that I'm not nagging him. The other week, see, we're saving marriages here, guys. The other week, I thought, let's see how much I can get for cleaning my whole entire house. And he paid me £40.
Result.
Result.
Can I just say, though, a cleaner would probably get paid more, so you should charge the going rate.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause
Yeah,
it's
I
still
pay
a
my
job
cleaner
that-
way more.
yeah.
Like, way more. And that also saves marriages.
See?
I will be continuing this as I have a book series I have my eye on.
Brilliant.
It works for her, so
Yeah.
I love this. We hardly argue or bicker, and I'm happy getting money for my books, and he's happy I'm not in his case. This is it. Whatever works for you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. No need to keep me on. I'm Holly from Wakefield.
Well, I love this
Yeah.
because we put that idea out there, and Holly, look, I want to hear, have any other Lufanians done this?
This is it. Currency.
Right, this we put out there a little while ago. We're gagging for it. And these are your best relationships hacks. So we've chosen a few. Someone says, fart all the time and tell him that you love them.
Oh. Rachel from East Sussex. I mean, that clearly works for her.
Interesting one. Count to 10 in the toilet when they piss you off.
That's a really good one. I do that, or then like middle finger the door, and then you like feel better.
This is so good.
We have an invisible maid, Giles. When one of us hasn't done something, we blame him for it.
Brilliant. Fucking Giles. Occasional threesomes and couple swaps to keep the sexual spark.
We're very sex positive at LuAnna. Another one says, what do you need from me? Sympathy or solution? Great for when husband gets overwhelmed.
This is good.
It is very
Sympathy
good.
or solution?
It's true, yeah.
I don't do sympathy that well. Always have the ability to give your partner the ick. A little bit of ew comedy saves the soul. I agree with this because Andrew moans about my fart. I think secretly he loves them because it does make him laugh.
Makes him laugh.
In bed at night
It
as he's
does.
covering his nose with the sheets.
I think secretly it's your thing. I think he has a fart kink.
Well, I said to him, I was like, what if I said to you that my fantasy was for you to really put your nose in my bumhole as I fart?
Did you actually say that to him? What did he say? Oh, for Fox. Oh, no, he doesn't
I
swear.
said,
Louisa.
What would you do if I really, really wanted that? And he was just laughing, going, absolutely not.
I've been with my husband since I was 19. I'm 47 now. We have a separate social circle, socialise separately.
Good. Everybody needs their independence.
Yeah,
if you were wrong, say sorry.
Yes.
This lady says, hard, I know, but it works wonders.
It's the man in your life should always be about 23%.
23%.
Terrified of you. Not bad.
Separate duvets. That's good for if you have an annoying sleep partner.
It's us against the problem, not each other.
That's a good one.
Nice.
So we don't badmouth each other to our friends or family. So many people do this. I find that I don't ever badmouth Andrew to my friends or family.
No, it's true. I agree, actually. There's got to be something sacred.
Ignore him and hope he goes away.
Another good strategy. If you're not happy, leave. Yes. Life's too short. You'll find happiness with someone else. Or
100%
you'll find it with yourself, babes.
Someone's just put, don't be in one.
I mean, there it is. Summed it up.
Solution.
Summed it up. Well done.
We've
Love
got
that.
a voice note rant now from Anonymous. So we've called you Ellie Elween me bum.
Ow me in your bum.
Allow me in your bum.
Allow me in your bum.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Took some explaining about that one.
Hello, LuAnna and Bex. So I'm trying to do my very best at doing a straight into the phone, as
Good girl.
Imo just said, so I don't mess it up.
It's your
But
friend
here
Nikki.
is my rant
No.
of the week.
She doesn't
I
sound like
live
that.
in North Devon, and Anna knows it very well. And as the crow flies, it's about 20 miles from Swansea. But why can't these companies get it round their head that 20 miles as the crow flies would actually take about 3.5 hours for me to get to Swansea? So if I want to buy a car from Auto Trader, all these fabulous cars in Swansea. If I want to get a man on Hinge, all these fabulous men in Swansea. 3.5 hours away. Why can't these companies look and see actually how long it takes you to get somewhere rather than just do as the crow flies? And while we're on the subject of Welsh, you've just done an advert in Devon in complete Welsh. I can't understand that, and now I want to know what it says. Love you, bye.
Well, I've got a solution for her.
Go on.
Learn Welsh.
Buy a helicopter.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, done. Easy.
We've got a message from Anon now. So Chris Peacock.
Crispy cock. Crispy cock. Crispy cock.
Oh! That took some explaining for me. Crispy cock. Sit tight, it's a long one, but I'd like to share the most embarrassing moment, possibly, of human existence.
Strong claim.
Massive gag warning. And also, give me the name of Crispy Cock. Chris
Right.
Peacock. My husband and I have been together 15 years. We're both nurses and met in training. Very cute, but you will see it will make the whole situation that much more embarrassing. A few years ago, my husband's beloved adopted mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer and unfortunately was eventually admitted to hospital as there was nothing more they could do treatment-wise. She was made end of life and placed in a side room, and we were all told that the end was near. My husband is an only child, and the only other living relative to his mum was her elderly sister, who was a very uptight woman. So there we were, sat around her bedside, watching her slowly decline, all very morbid, very traumatic, when I noticed a small amount of dribble from her mouth. Being the attentive nurse and daughter-in-law, I jumped up, got a tissue, and proceeded to lean over her to mop it up. Well, I hadn't anticipated that she was angled away from me and I would have to fully lean over her to get to her mouth. In that moment, she let out a large... In that moment, she let out a large sigh. And there it was. It's not funny. I got a full breath of literal death breath in my face. Oh, no. I froze. I had never smelled anything. Well, it's like death from she's dying inside.
Actual death breath.
Coming
That's
out.
Actual death
I have
breath.
never smelled anything like it.
No.
Although I pride myself on having a strong stomach.
God, that bad,
Let's just say it failed me.
Oh,
no. I immediately felt myself start to vomit in my mouth. The overwhelming panic I felt when I couldn't stop it still makes my heart race now.
Honestly, can you imagine her leaning over, like accidentally compressing her a bit so it's like... Jesus.
There was nothing else I could do than turn around and vomit in the corner. Stop it. In the corner of the room.
She puked in the room.
I had eaten scrambled egg from the hospital canteen that morning. I then, in my flustered state, took off my jumper and proceeded to try.
Oh no, she's gone. Like, carry on. Oh, she's going to be sick.
And mop it up. Well, my husband was not trying to wet himself laughing. Oh, eventually, she's a nurse too.
Oh,
she's used to this shit.
Literally.
Eventually, he took pity on me and went to get the nurse to clean it up while the sister sat there with the most disturbed look on her face. My mother-in-law passed away peacefully the next day. My husband still likes to tell me I have death breath before I brush my teeth in the morning and finds it most amusing. He even threatened to put it in the eulogy. In summary, I can confirm death breath is a real thing, and I have never eaten scrambled eggs again. Vile.
Oh, God, I don't know about you, but I've just got a real...
Oh, no, I can't keep talking about this.
No, okay, moving on.
We just move on to the voice note from Amy.
Hi, guys. I have got a kids say the funniest thing story from today, but I am actually a musical theatre teacher to children, so I have 20 years of kids say the funniest thing stories as well. And kids do tell their teachers absolutely everything that happens at home. So there's absolutely no secrets. We know what happens at home. We know about the arguments. We know about nakedness. We know about everything because kids literally will tell everything. They have no filter.
Enzo's teacher told me that.
But today we were sat in a circle having a little break time with the little 5 and 6 year olds, and one of the other teachers walked out of the room for a second. One of the kids didn't notice that he'd left, and then turned around and went, "Where's Mr. Adam gone?" Another kid said, "Oh, he's left." And then another child went, "Yeah, he left just like my dad." Now, obviously, it was shocking in the moment. I had no idea that this child's father had departed, but it was hilarious the way that it was so right in the terminology of the sentence. But then the kid went on to say, "You know that when dads go out to get milk, they never come back." Now, obviously, whatever's going at home with this child is very traumatising, potentially, but I couldn't help but find it absolutely hilarious that she was so matter-of-fact with this statement. Turns out the kid's dad hasn't left. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's still at home with the mum. They live a very happy life, and they're very happy, and the family is absolutely fine. So God knows where this kid has got this from. But I thought that you would enjoy that. My name's Amy. I'm from Milton Keynes. Love you, Slags.
Big up the MK Massive.
This reminds me of the time that Enzo a few years ago told his school, our school, that we go to a food bank.
I remember that.
Yeah, and we don't, by the way. By the way, nothing wrong with food banks. They're fucking brilliant. But we don't need one, thankfully. But it was only because we hadn't got the right fucking flavour of Belvita that he liked, the middle-class kid that he is.
Belvita!
And so he'd gone to school with no food. Well, he had actually eaten, but when the teacher said, "Have you not had breakfast?" they asked him the second day, because obviously they pick up on a little... "Did you have breakfast today?" Second day in a row, no. And he went, "We don't have any food in our house. We go to one of those places, where you get free food." Absolute lie.
I love that kid.
And then we get a phone call, very lovely, from the school with concern saying, we have provisions in place, obviously, for families. And I said, which is amazing, but we thankfully aren't one of those families. My kid's just a fucking liar.
My kid's just an arsehole. Yeah. We're not starving. My kid's just a dick.
Exactly. I said, save that for the families that need it, please.
Carrying on this theme, we've got another kid say the funniest things from a non, so we've called you Testicle. I got that one straight away.
Morning, LuAnna. Please keep me anon. And this isn't actually my story to tell, but it has to be shared. Sharing's caring. One of my mates has 2 kids that are 5 and 2. So him and his missus schedule in their time for adult activities on a bi-weekly basis.
Schedule it in.
On this occasion, they'd done the deed and fallen asleep, to be woken by their children the next morning asking to go and have breakfast. They both said, "Yeah, not yet. We'll be down in a minute." After a short while, the children returned and asked if they could have a pepperami for breakfast, which my mate responded, "No, you're not having a pepperami for breakfast. Why on earth do you want that for breakfast?" His 5-year-old boy then responded, "Well, how come I'm not allowed one? You've had one for breakfast. The wrapper is there." And subsequently pointed at the condom that they had used and clearly thought this was the clear wrapper that the Pepperamis came in. I couldn't stop laughing when he told me this. Thought I had to share it with the LuAnna girls. Keep the pod going. Keep making us laugh and feeling normal, from Kent. That's
brilliant.
So good.
We've got a voice note rant next from Ali.
Hi, LuAnna. Absolutely love the pod and all that jazz. Just have to give you a bit of a rant, and it's regarding Vinted. I'm sure you must get tons of rants. I know you get tons of rants about Vinted, but this little thing in particular really, really, really gets on my tits.
Go on, I've been using it a lot recently.
It's when you send something to somebody because they've purchased it, and you take the time to package it up, take it to the locker, do the thing, send it off. And they don't bother fucking turning up to collect it from their locker because they're so tight. They can't be asked, or they don't want to spend the extra 50 fucking p, whatever it is, to get it delivered to their house. They choose to get it delivered to a locker or a local shop or some bollocks because they want to save that money. But then they just don't turn up and collect it. So the item comes back to the seller. And it really fucks me off because it's just a complete waste of my time. Yeah, that's happened to me twice now in quick succession. And I'm like, why the fuck are you bothering to buy things on Vinted if you're not going to then go and collect it? Like, or just spend the 50p extra and get it delivered to your house, and then you don't have to go anywhere to get it. It just comes to your house. Someone will knock on your door, and it will be there waiting for you. Like, why are people such morons? And what makes it worse is when people don't even bother to let you know that they haven't collected it, and you just get this ping from Vinted saying, your buyer hasn't collected your item and is on his way back to you.
Oh, that is annoying.
It gives me rage. I feel a lot better now I've got that off my chest.
Well
Thank
done,
you very
Ali.
much. I'm Ali from Buckinghamshire, Aylesbury specifically. Don't know if that's relevant, if you want to say that or not. But anyway, love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, that's... Oh, no.
Follow up to my previous rant about Vinted.
Yes.
I take it back because I've actually just been paid
Oh.
for the thing that got returned. And I didn't realise you automatically got paid for the thing that they didn't pick up. So they've obviously had to then pay for that, which is also stupid. Why would you pay for something and not pick it up? But anyway.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, there you go.
It's not a complete waste of time because I got my money back.
Yeah.
So just thought I'd add that little caveat there.
That is helpful
Thanks,
to
love
know.
you, bye.
Well, that's good. She got compensated for her waste
And
of time.
her thing back, so perfect.
We both didn't know which one of us is going to read this message from Dan.
No, you pick up the phone.
You pick up. No, you pick up.
No, you.
Right, Dan says, hi, LuAnna Mo. I'm the man Fanian who sent in the story about my partner's mum. Oh, this was a good one. And the Crapachino on the cruise ship. I wanted to reach out to say a heartfelt thank you, not only for reading the story, but for the joy, laughter and lightness you brought with it. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
2 days after I sent it in, my partner's mum passed away suddenly.
No.
Crapachino is crapachinoed. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Too soon for that joke. Why would you laugh?
Yeah.
You morbid fuck. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's not funny. I'm sorry. Sometimes
We can find the funny in death.
it's been a very difficult few weeks for him. But I have to say, the story went online.
It was
didn't
brilliant.
And
It was such
so
a good
well
one.
received.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
So she left a legacy.
She did.
He's lost his mum, but also his best friend, his
Left a
biggest
log.
supporter, the person he spoke to more than once a day. And her absence has left a huge void in his life.
Bless you.
Watching him, navigate this grief has been heartbreaking. I've tried to be strong for him, but truthfully, it's been hard for me too. Supporting someone through grief and trauma has been one of the hardest things I've ever done,
It is.
while also coping with my own sense of loss for someone who did feel like a second mum to me.
Sorry.
She was warm, funny, caring and selfless, always unapologetically herself, the kind of person who could make you laugh even at her own expense. Being unable to flush a poo on the cruise ship was just one of many moments. And honestly, you could do a whole segment on her misdemeanors. When I heard this story on the podcast for the first time, I was on my usual drive to work. For a second, I didn't even realise it was my story. And then it hit me. I started laughing, but at the same time, this wave of emotion came over me. It caught me completely off guard. And I ended up turning it off straight away because I knew my partner had to hear it too. And I wanted him to hear it at the right moment. I wasn't sure whether to tell him. I didn't want to upset him or make things harder, but something in me felt that maybe it would bring comfort. So when I got home, I told him you'd read it and we sat down together to listen and we laughed. We really, truly laughed. We laughed at the story, the chaos, the way you both told it and how you perfectly captured her humour and personality. For a short while, the grief lifted and it reminded us both of who she was, funny, stubborn, unapologetically herself and always the centre of a good story. I'll always remain sad that she never got the chance to hear it herself. We told her that I'd sent it in before she passed and she gave that mischievous giggle she was known for. She had a little catchphrase, "Don't make me weep," whenever she was in fits of laughter.
Don't make me weep. She's northern.
Oh yeah, I'm not a spiritual person. But I just hope that wherever she is, she listened to you girls read out her most infamous tale with such humour and that she's wetting herself with laughter. We also let the rest of I hope you played it at the funeral.
Welcome, guys.
We also let the rest of the family hear the story. And for them too, it brought that same spark of joy and warmth during such a hard time. For a few moments, everyone smiled through their tears and remembered her exactly as she was, full of laughter, life and love. So from both of us, thank you. Thank you for reading it with such warmth. Thank you for giving us a reason to laugh when it felt impossible. And thank you for unknowingly giving us one last story with her, one that's brought comfort and smiles to everyone who loved her. I know people tell you all the time how much happiness your podcast brings, but please know that in this moment, you really made a difference. You reminded us that joy can still exist even in sadness, and that is something truly special. Please keep doing what you're doing. The world needs that lightheartedness now more than ever. With love and thanks, Dan from Manchester.
Oh, Dan, I got a little lump in the throat.
That's
We're so
really
sorry
cute.
that she passed, but I'm so happy that we've. I mean, do you know what, mate? She stays
She
alive.
brought a lot of joy.
She stays alive forever now in LuAnna because this episode is now on for forever. So thank you for sharing her
and
with
ever
us.
until we're cancelled. We've got some confessions now, Anna.
I've never told anyone this, but first up, hi LuAnna Mo. I've been on the podcast before, but for this story, I'm going to remain anon out of fear I might be arrested, even though I'm sure this wasn't my fault legally. Anyway, call me Jean Anna Top. Okay, so a petty
Jean and a top.
Jean and a top. There it is. So a petty Polly of mine, when driving around, I reach a set of lights. I love to sidle up along those stereotypical twats that sit there eagerly wanting to beat you off the mark just so they can be first. When everyone knows they are just mainly men showing off how small their micro penises are. The reason I love to go alongside them is because in the past I have egged them on, whether that's me just giving a quick head nod, smile, wink, or even putting my window down and asking for a race. And then wait for it. 1, 2, 3, go! I pull off the line like a snail. Like a snail.
This is such a good petty Polly.
I pull off a line like a snail whilst they put their foot down and shoot off. And I get great pleasure knowing that they have just ruined their tyres that little bit sooner and unnecessarily burned that extra bit of fuel, giving me a smug feeling and thinking, why do I love this so much? This is where my story grows dark. One time I saw a stereotypical stereotypical cockwomble sitting there, revving his engine at the lights. I grinned, then caught his eye and gestured to race him off the line with a nod and a wink. What I haven't told you is this was a camera set of lights. 1, 2, 3, go! Except this knob cheese went that little bit too early. And not only did the camera flash go off, meaning that an instant fine and 3 points went on his licence, he also lost... He also lost so bad. Sorry. He also lost control of his car and he knocked a dick and smashed into the traffic lights opposite us at the junction.
This is so
An ambulance and police arrived. The man was unscathed, but as for his car, it looked like a write-off.
I really need the toilet.
And his ego, I think, took a smashing too. I never did confess anything to anyone till this moment, nor was I ever contacted as a witness. But to this day, it sits in the back of my mind. Because of my smug hatred for people driving dangerously, I helped egg on a dangerous driver. I'm just kidding. For that stupid idiot.
Jump, flash, 3 points, spin, crash. And she's just there like a snail.
She stood at the light.
I've been watching it all up.
This is so good.
Next confession. Hi, LuAnna. My best friend introduced me to the pod and I'm obsessed with the anonymous confessions. She said you'd absolutely love a confession and I've been keeping one for a really long time now.
Here we go.
We often say we should start a pod of our own called Short Story Long because our stories are often very detailed, but I'll try and keep it brief and apologise if this is too long. After about 10 years ago, I had a close friend who was perpetually single and desperately wanted to meet someone and have children. But her biological clock was ticking and made worse by the fact I was 5 years younger than her, just got married. My husband and I already had 3 children between us before we met. She was understandably very jealous when I found out I was pregnant again. She would be out on different dates almost every night of the week. And although she used to joke that she never had to go grocery shopping, it was obvious it was getting her down and none of her relationships had lasted more than 3 months. She was absolutely stunning, but got really hangry and would get so nasty that if you didn't keep her fed.
Wow.
I think that's why none of her relationships lasted.
Oh, I've not heard
She just
that one.
needed to be topped up with food.
That's the first time I've heard that, actually.
Anyway, about 2 weeks before my son was born, she rang me in a panic. She was pregnant from a very rare one-night stand. After a lot of conversation, she decided that in her 30s, she couldn't wait for ideal situation and was going to keep the baby. The father was young and immature, so much to my horror, she decided not to tell him.
Oh, wow.
I helped her move back to her mum's, went to hospital appointments with my newborn in tow, and she listed me as her birthing partner. When she went into labour, my son was 6 months old and exclusively breastfed. I'd been saving up express milk in preparation, so he stayed home with his dad and I went to the labour ward. It was a long 8 hours, but I was so proud to help her deliver, to help deliver my friend's baby and help the midwife hand the baby to her for the first cuddle. By this point, I was in agony with so much milk building up in my boobs, so I made sure she was settled and I raced home to feed my son. I spent the next couple of days travelling up and down the motorway to feed my son and support my friend. The baby was screaming day and night and my son was in a routine, so I was leaving him with my husband. I just got home with super sore boobs when my friend's mum called me, desperately worried about my friend who was hysterically crying. The baby screaming, could I come back? She couldn't cope. Tearfully, I left the house and cursed myself the whole way because I hadn't brought the breast pump and I was in agony. My friend was a mess, hysterically crying. The baby hadn't stopped screaming all day and night. Baby was probably starving. They couldn't get the latch right. Her boobs felt like they were going to explode. Very relatable to me in that moment. And I made breastfeeding look so easy and being a mum was so much harder than she thought it would be. I ran her a warm bath, got some cabbage leaves so I absorbed boobs and encouraged her to try feeding the baby in the bath, hoping the water would calm them both and let some of the milk down. The baby started screaming again, so I took her out the bath to give my friend some respite alone and got the tiny little thing dry. I got her nappy and sleep suit on and she seemed to settle down a bit. Suddenly she was quiet. To my absolute horror, I had unthinkingly whacked my boob out and I was feeding my friend's baby.
Just instinct.
Yeah, just that motherly instinct. I panicked, not knowing what to do, but the baby had fallen asleep. And so I quickly covered myself up and decided to tell my friend another time when she'd had some sleep and was feeling better. My friend was amazed, kept asking what I did. And I said I couldn't remember. Maybe she's managed to get some milk in the bath. I told her to get some sleep and I'd come back tomorrow. The next day, my friend and out, she decided to bottle feed. She said she had no idea what I'd done, but the baby had slept all night and woken up hungry. She's tried to feed her in the bath again, but she was still screaming. So her mum just fetched some formula and the baby was sleeping and settled. I told her a story about a friend.
Oh, mate. Obvious.
I told her a story about a friend who'd accidentally fed her friend's baby and she was horrified and declared it was disgusting.
Oh.
So I never told her.
Back it up.
We gradually drifted apart. We don't talk much anymore. She still doesn't know to this day. And those babies are now 10 years old. I feel terrible, but it still makes me laugh. And it's my best friend's favourite story from before I met her. Thanks for brightening our car journeys and keep going with the pod. We love laughing with you and sitting open-mouthed in shock at other people's confessions. With love.
I mean,
Wow.
that's a good confession.
That is a good one.
That's a good
That
confession.
is it. Remember, we will be back with your usual dose of LuAnna on Monday, guys. Don't forget, you can buy Troxy tickets for LuAnna, the big party. It's next year. It's Saturday, the 3rd of October. Get your Christmas prezzies in. Get through the Christmas and New Year boringness knowing that later on next year you will be having a big party with us. EverythingLuAnna.com for those tickets, guys. Send your stories in to us, LuAnna, at EverythingLuAnna.com.
You can hop onto WhatsApp 07745 266 947 to send in your voice notes. Please do follow our podcast on your app and on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.
Bye for now.
You've been watching LuAnna the podcast.
What do they need to do, Anna?
Make sure you subscribe.
Boom.